Welcome back to the Comeback Show with me, your host, me. Albie is sitting right there, but you may not be able to see Albie right now. Today's topic is cars, because a lot of you guys know I am a fan of the motor vehicles. Let's go back to 1983, when Ford Escort produced a car. Just for me. No, it wasn't. My first car, well, it wasn't my first car. The first car that I learned to drive on was a 1983 Ford Escort. My next car was a 1990 Mazda 323 saloon, or a sedan, depends on where you live in the world. Again, I shared this car with my older sister and my older brother. We'd always fight over who would actually have the car at the weekends. The car was never ever returned with petrol in the car. It was forever driven with the fuel light on. Take it like for the weekend, or I'd go out with my friends or something like that, you know, and then I'd come home and like I would just basically like glide into the driveway and get out and be like, yeah, I brought the car home. It still works. Then came my first ever car that I owned, all for myself. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? A 1996 BMW 318. Look at it. Just look at it there. Take it all in, lads. 4 doors, because I couldn't afford the coupe, which I really wanted, because all the cool kids had coupe. It was cool. I loved it, because I was like, what? Rolling. But it was not the best car in the world. Around the same time as I got my first car, I kind of got into motorbikes, because my older brother kind of got into motorbikes with his friends, and I was like, oh, that looks like fun. First motorbike I ever owned myself was a Yamaha FZR 250. And the funniest thing about it is that I had never driven a motorbike before, and my brother was telling me that this is a really good bike to buy. So I went up to the guy to actually buy the bike off, and he was like, oh, so what are you coming off? And I was like, a car? And I took the bike down the road and crashed it and almost ran it off. I'd never even done it in my life. I just like bought the bike and broke it. So then I had to wait about 4 or 5 weeks for all the fenders to be repaired and like basically the bike to be rebuilt, and then I started again learning how to actually ride the bike. Riding a bike was so much fun that I moved up and I bought myself a 1991 Honda NC30. Look at it there, lads. She's a beautiful single swing arm. Oh, that thing was off the hook. And after I got that done, myself and my brother decided it would be totally fun to travel around Europe for a while on these motorbikes that kind of didn't work that very well. But we did it. It was fun. A few years later, I bought myself another car, an Alfa Romeo 156. Oh, look at that beautiful machine. Look at an Italian machine. This was a 2000 156 Romeo. Not the most reliable car in the world, but they look good. They look so good. So I was in university for a couple of years in Cork. That's where I met Anna. And Anna's dad had this old car, a 1998 Punto, that they let us use, which is cool. So I was banging, I was back, I had the wheels on, the lads had me wheels back. So Anna's mom had bought a new Golf, and they decided to donate to me a 2001 Volkswagen Bora. Oh, look at it. I was moving up. I now had 4 doors and hubcaps. But I was moving up in the world, right? We moved to Bournemouth and we went to university. Then we moved to London, and in the interim we flew home and we picked this car up and we drove it all the way to London, where we lived down in Woolwich. When we were in Woolwich, we had this car to buzz around. It broke down a lot, you know. It wasn't the most reliable car, but it did the job. We had a car. Then we decided to upgrade again, and I thought to myself, what is the most reliable, greatest car I've ever owned? Boom! I bought another Alfa Romeo 156. Woo! Didn't last very long either, but I'm drawn in by the allure of them. Also the fact that I picked that up for like under £1,000, €1,000, because nobody else wanted it. So I was like, I'll take it. We then moved on to a BMW 320. I feel like I'm following the same path. Like I had a BMW 318, and then I've got an Alfa Romeo 156. Then I got an Alfa Romeo 156, and then I got a BMW 320. Not make any sense. Then I decided to do something very sensible. I think we just found out we were pregnant with Amelia. I thought I need a good sensible family car. So I drove down to Dublin and I bought a 2004 Porsche Cayenne 955 Check that out! What a family car! The allure, Porsche! So that was fun until we realized that the tank of fuel was actually filled with water and there was a lot of other problems with it, but it was fun while we had it. It's time, Jonathan, to make smart decisions. Alright, so I traded that in for a 2004 Maserati Quattroporte V8 4.8 litre 12 miles per gallon ridiculous machine. What? I made a sensible decision next. I got a 2008 Audi TT. We had Amelia. I think we might have been pregnant with Eduardo at the time. I think so. And I thought this was a good car to get for the family. So we went, can we just check? We went from a full-size 4-door SUV to a 4-door saloon to a 2-door hatchback. What did you do next, Jonathan? What was your great plan next, Jonathan? I bought a 2008 Porsche Cayenne 957. What? This one was really nice, and I actually still have it. It's still parked right there. So we moved to the UK, and one of the things in Ireland is that cars are most expensive in Ireland than anywhere else in the world, because Ireland has this import duty tax, which is like a normal car that might be affordable in your country might be like 20 times as more expensive in Ireland. Road tax is 100 times more expensive in Ireland than anywhere else in the world. Petrol is more expensive in Ireland than anywhere else in the world. Everything in Ireland is more expensive. Boom, I bought a 2006 Porsche Boxer. My justification was that Anna had a C-Class, I had the Porsche Cayenne, and I thought I just want a little fun car to run around. That was my mistake, lads. That decision, okay, led me down a wonky road. So I got rid of the Porsche Boxer, and I thought to myself, how about a 2004 Maserati Grand Sport? That's a good idea, Jonathan. Now you're thinking with your head. Now you're thinking. Then I thought, you know what? I had a Maserati Grand Pro, or I had a Maserati Quattroporte. I've had a Maserati Grand Sport. Sure, I might as well get myself a Maserati Gran Turismo. A 2009 Maserati Gran Turismo MC Shift. Stunning machine. Still parked outside there. Absolutely awesome machine. Whole lot of fun. I'm trying to make better decisions, and as I've gotten older I find myself making a little bit better decisions and sometimes foolish decisions, and I think cars are like, I don't really do a lot of other things. I don't really smoke, and I don't drink, and I don't like go partying, and I don't go to the cinema, and I don't get to do a lot of things because between family and work. And what I'll do is I'll choose, actually. It's not like I can't, I suppose. I'm choosing to be with the kids and stuff rather than going out and wasting money doing other stuff. So I kind of play with cars. It's like a fun thing I do, you know? I'm trying to make a better decision now. So I'm going to get rid of all the cars that we have there. I'm going to get a 2015 Range Rover Sport Supercharged or a 2015 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. That is where I'm at. I'm torn between both of them. Hope you enjoyed today's video story. Leave me comments what you guys think. Maybe leave me some comments of what cars you guys had. Okay, that'll be kind of fun. And we can all like read each other's comments and see what everyone else is up to. And leave me comments, what do you guys think? Range Rover or Porsche Cayenne? Let me know, because I have to make a decision very shortly, because all of those cars outside are going. For me and Albie, we say, farewell friends. Hit the like button. Subscribe. You should hit the subscribe button, because I'm on a roll. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.